Hello, dear students. Welcome again to this session. Here, we'll solve one more problem on dominance rule, and which was asked in the previous question paper. This is the problem. This was asked in the June-July 2013. Use the dominance rule to find the optimum strategies for both the player. Okay. So this is the. Let us consider this as a player 1 and player 2, P1, P2. Player 1 has 5 strategies and player 2 has 6 strategies. And before solving this problem by using dominance rule, first let us see whether saddle point exists or what. So this is unofficial, means this is not to be considered in the solution. Let us see if saddle point exists, the same saddle point should become the value of the game. If it does not, then what will get a clue that the value of the game will lie in between minimax and maximin. Okay, so here orally we do it. Here the maximum of this, minimum of this row is 0, and here 1, here -5, -1, -2. Maximum of the minimum is, that is 1. Maximin is equal to 1. And for the player 2, the maximum value is to be found. Maximum here is 4, here it is 3, here it is 7, here it is 2, and here again it is 2. Sorry, here it is 3, and here it is 2, and here also 2. The maximum of this column is 4, and here 3, 7, 3, 2, 2. So the minimum of the maximum is 2, maximum of the minimum is 1. 1 to 2, that is the value of the game should lie in between 1 and 2. Minimax is not equal to maximin. It is concluded that there is no saddle point exist. So there is no any pure strategies. The mixed strategies will be there. And by this we get a clue that the value of the game will lie in between 1 and 2. Okay, let us move towards solving this problem by using the dominance rule. Here this is the problem. Okay, so first what you need to do is make a comparison, find out the superior or inferior rows and columns. First, the thing is you have to make a comparison row wise. A1, A2, 4 and 4 equal, 3 is greater than 2, 1 is greater than 0, 3 is greater than 2, 2 is greater than 1, and 2 is also greater than 1. This is inferior and this is superior. This inferior row will be eliminated. The reducible matrix is this. Then again 4 equal to 4, 3 equal to 3, 7 is greater than 1 but -5 is less than 3. No dominancy between the A2 and A3. Let us move A2 and A4. 4, 4 equal, 3, 3 equal, 4 is greater than 1 but -1 is less than 3. Next 4, 4 equal, 3, 3 equal, 3 is greater than 1 but -2 is less than 3. No comparison. Then second and third and fourth, A3 and A4. 4, 4, 3, 3, 7 greater than 4, -5 is less than -1. No dominancy. 4 is equal to 4, 3 is equal to 3, 7 is greater than 3, but -5 is less than -2. Again, no dominancy. Between the A4 and A5, 4, 4, 3, 3. 3 is less than 4, -2 is less than 1. 2 equal to 2, 2 equal to 2 means this is inferior and this is superior. Okay, so this can be eliminated. Then this is the reduced matrix. Then again make the comparison, because already I checked these three, A2, A3 and A4. No dominancy has been found. Let us move for the column for the player 2. 4 is greater than 3, 4 is greater than 3, and 4 is greater than 3. This is inferior and this is superior. The superior column is to be eliminated. This is the superior, this will be eliminated. This is the reduced matrix. Then again, 3 is greater than 1, but 3 is less than 7. No dominancy between B2 and B3. Let us check between B2 and B4. 3 and 3 equal. 3 is greater than -5, and 3 is also greater than -1. No? the B2 is superior than B4, the B2 is to be eliminated. Okay, let us move to this. Again, 3 is greater than 1, but minus 5 is less than 7. 2 is greater than 1, 1 is less than 7. 2 is greater than 1, but 2 is less than 7. No dominancy between B3 with B4, B5, B6. Let us check for B4, B5, B6. 3 greater than 2, but minus 5 is less than 1. No compare. Then B4 and B6. 3 is greater than 2, minus 5 is less than 2. Again, no dominancy between B5 and B6. 2 is equal to 2. 1 is less than 2. 2 is equal to 2. Means here, comparing to B5 and B6, this is a dominating over this one. This is the superior, this is inferior. This superior column is to be eliminated. This is the that is the reducer matrix. And here, as you have seen that B3, B4, B5, no dominancy between these. And also 7 is greater than 1, but minus 5 is less than 3. 4 is greater than 1, minus 1 is less than 3. 7 is greater than 4, but minus 1 is greater than 5. No dominancy, pure dominancy exists between the any of the rows and columns. Let us check for the average. Here, the average of B3 and B4 can be checked with the B5. Average of 3 and 1, that is 2. Here I have written. Average of 7 minus 5, that is 7 minus 5 is 2, 2 by 2 is 1. Average of 4 and minus 1, it is 1.5. 2 is equal to 2, 1 is equal to 1. 1.5 is less than 2. It means this is a superior column. The average of these two is the inferior. This superior column is to be eliminated. Now, the reducer matrix is this. Again, let us check for the dominancy. 7 is greater than 1, but minus 5 is less than 3. 4 is greater than 7, less than 7, but minus 1 is greater than minus 5. Then 3, 1, 3. 3 is greater than 1, but minus 5 is less than 7. Again, the you just see here, inferiority of A4 exists because of the average between A2 and A3. Average of this A2 and A3, that is 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 3 minus 5 is minus 2, divided by 2 is minus 1. That is 4 and minus 1 are the averages of these. So 4 and minus 1, and here also 4 and minus 1 will keep this, they will keep the mixture of these two and will eliminate the inferior row. That is row number A4. Please remember, here a tie has been occurred. You just see that the average of A2, A3 is equal to 4 and minus 1, which is also equal to A4. 4 and minus 1 is the average of these two. And A4 is also 4 and minus 1. Under such case, when you take the average of two rows, then that two rows must be maintained and the single row or the single column is to be eliminated if tie occurs between the one pure strategy and average of the mixed strategy. The average of the mixed strategy is to be retained and the pure strategy has to be eliminated. So we consider this as inferior and will eliminate this one. And this is the reducer matrix and this is 2 by 2 matrix, and this can be solved by using our arithmetic method to find optimal strategy and value of the gain. Let us move for finding the optimum strategy and value of the gain. Okay, as usual, what we do is we will make the difference between the outcomes or the payouts of the player 1 with a strategy 1, and we'll write that in front of the strategy 2. The difference between 1 and 3, that is 3 minus 1 is 2, that 2 is to be written in the another in front of the second strategy, and the difference of the second strategy must be written in front of the first strategy. That is, difference between 7 minus 5 is 12. Okay, don't make confusion. Once again, I repeat, here many of that I have seen in the previous class that many of the students have made the mistake that the difference between 7 and minus 5 is 2. Not it is. It is actually 7. The difference between 7 and minus 5 is the 12. So that 12 has to be written in front of the first strategy, that is A2. Similarly, for B3, the difference 7 and 1 difference is 6. That 6 is to be written below B4, and the difference of the B4, that is 3 and minus 5 is 8. That is to be written below the B3. These are called as the oddments. These are 12 and 2 are the oddments of player 1, and 8 and 6 are called as the oddments of player 2. And I have told that these oddments are nothing but what the frequency with what the player playing with the corresponding strategy. The player P1 will play 12 times with A2 strategy, 2 times with A3 strategy. And similarly, the player P2 will play the B3 strategy with 8 times and B4 with 6 times out of total 14 matches or the 14 games. Here also 14 and here also 14 games. Then we have to find the ratio of this. Ratio means what? The percentage or the contribution of this among the total. 12 among 14. That is 12 divided by 14 and 2 among 14. 2 divided by 12 plus 2, that is 14. 2 divided by 14, or after simplifying it is 6 by 7, 1 by 7. Please check that 6 by 7 plus 1 by 7 must be equal to 1. 6 upon 7 plus 1 upon 7 means 6 plus 1 upon 7, that is 7 by 7, that is 1. And similarly here also you need to find the ratio that 8 will be 8 games out of 14 games. 8 plus 6, 14. 14. 8 upon 14, 6 upon 14. That is after simplification, it is 4 by 7 and 3 by 7. So the sum of these two is equal to 1. 4 upon 7 plus 3 upon 7 is equal to 7 upon 7, that is equal to 1. These are the proportions with which the individual strategy will be played in the total matches. After these are the optimum strategy. The optimum strategy for P1 player P1 is A2 with 6 by 7, A3 with 1 by 7. Optimum strategy for the player 2 is B3 with 4 by 7, B4 with 3 by 7. It means B1, B2 is not going to use the B1, B2 and B6. B1, B2, B6, they are zero proportionate with which those strategies are played. And here with the player 1, A1, A4 and A5 is going to be played with the zero proportion. Means there is no, they are not, those strategies will not be used by the player P1. Player P1 only uses two strategies, A2 and A3. Among that, A2 will be used 12 times, A3 will be used 2 times, or A2 will be used 6 of 7 and A3 1/7. Okay, right. So after finding the optimum strategy and the proportion, next we'll go for finding the last, that is the value of the game. Please remember, at the beginning only I have told there is no saddle point, but minimax and maximin values we have found orally in order to get the clue. So what is the value of the the value of the game lies between what? So that is 1 and 2. The value must be in between 1 and 2. Let us see that. Here using P's oddments on P1's oddments, P2. P2 plays with B3 value of the P3, then the value of the game is P is equal to 1 into 6 by 7. You just see here 1 into 6 by 7 plus 7 into 1 by 7. 1 into 6 by 7 plus 7 into 1 by 7. So that is 6 by 7. 7 into 1 by 7 means 1. Then after simplification it is get 7 plus 6, 13, 13 by 7. 13 by 7 is the value of the game when we are using the P1's oddments. That is the P player 1's oddments we have used. That is 1 into 6 by 7 plus 7 into 1 by 7. We got 13 by 7. And similarly, again using P1's oddments, these with the B4. That is a player P2 playing with the B4 strategy. That is 3 into 6 by 7, that is 18 by 7, minus 5 into 1 by 7, that is minus 5 upon 7. 13 by 7 minus 5 upon 7 means 18 minus 5 is equal to 13. So 13 by 7 is the value of the game. You just see here 13 by 7. And similarly, we use the oddment of player P2. Oddments of player P2 is 8 and 6, or 4 upon 7 and 3 upon 7. The value of the game is when the player P1 is playing with a pure strategy A2 and player P2 is playing with a B3 and B4. The value of the game is 1 into 4 by 7 plus 3 into 3 by 7. That is 1 upon 4 by 7 means 4 by 7 plus 3 into 3 by 7 means 9 by 7. 4 by 7 plus 9 by 7 is again it is 13 by 7. You just see here. 1 into 4 by 7 plus 3 into 3 by 7, 4 by 7 plus 9 by 7, that is 13 by 7. Similarly, when by using the oddments of player P2 and the player P1 is playing with the pure strategy A3. That is 7 into 4 by 7 minus 5 into 3 by 7. 7 into 4 by 7 means 28 by 7 minus 5 into 3 by 7 means minus 15 by 7. That is 28 minus 15 means 13. That is 13 by 7. You just see here. 13 by 7. 28 by 7 minus 15 by 7. So that is 13 by 7. As I told in the previous session, once again I repeat, the value of the game, even though you use any player's oddments, either first player or second player, and any pure strategies, the value of the game should be same. So it is also one of the what you call it also comes to help us to say that it makes the confirmation regarding the whatever the problem we have solved is correct. And also at the beginning, as we know that the value of the game lies in between maximum and minimax, that is 1 and 2. 13 by 7 means it is one integer 6 by 7. One integer 6 by 7 means what? It is less than 2. Hence, the value of the game lies in between 1 and 2. Here, once again, you go through this because we have taken the average of the two strategies to convert the given 5 by 6 game. This is 5 by 6 originally. It was reduced to 2 by 2 in order to solve by using the arithmetic method. Okay, arithmetic method, how we got that also we saw, and how the value of the game is calculated, that is also we came to know. Okay, and finally, don't forget to write this one, because this is the whatever here you are mentioning, that is the result of what you have solved here. Optimum strategies, player P1 A2 upon 6 by 7, A3 1 upon 7. But here I have forgotten to mention, here you need to write A1 below which 0, A2 below 6 by 7, A3 below 1 by 7, A4 below 0, A5 below 0, and here B1, B2 below 0 and 0, B3 4 by 7, B4 3 by 7, then B5 below that you have to write 0, B6 below that you have to write the 0. Means the apart from B3 and B4 remaining that strategies, the player P2 will not play. And here also, apart from A2 and A3, the player P1 will not play with the other strategies. They are 0. Their contribution or the proportion is 0. Okay, I hope you understood this. Thank you.